Right, I'm here with DripGravy, the owner and striker for Shadow FC, who will be participating in the upcoming PRA tournament today. How are you doing today, DripGravy?
Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good right now. Got
Good,
some good
good,
sleep. Got some coffee next to me. Feeling ready to go.
good, perfect, perfect. So, where are you from, DripGravy?
I'm from the
Without being
Midwest.
too
I
specific,
I
of
grew up.
course.
Yeah. I grew up in a cornfield in Illinois, brother. That's where I'm from.
Okay, okay. Awesome, awesome. Thank you for that. Thank you. And how would you say your play style is on the pitch?
We're like a pass first team, 100%. I would say all of us we're looking to make the right pass more than we're looking to beat people off the dribble, and that's really been how we play this game from the moment we started playing it.
Okay, okay. So everybody's kind of on the same page, kind of like Tiki Taka, basically just pass, 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 all the way up into the
A lot
goal.
of, yeah, absolutely. A lot of passing and just like pretty much from when we were terrible at the game, we always said like I'd rather you lose the pass on a bad or lose the ball on a bad pass trying to beat somebody off the dribble, and that's just kind of how we've always approached it.
That's fair. That's a fair saying. Good words to live by. Do you guys do mainly ground passes, or is it just like you mix it up
Oh,
in the
we
air?
we mix it up. Definitely mix it up.
Uh,
I would say
okay,
we're
okay.
yeah.
Awesome. All right, all right. And do you or does anybody in your club have any rivals already with any other clubs or any other like
No.
specific
Well,
players?
I wouldn't say rivals. There's no bitterness. I do know our most recent addition to our starting lineup, our boy Civ. He was on the bench squad for Pink Panthers, who's going to be in this tournament. So man, I'm hoping to
Oh,
find a way to meet them in the finals. If we meet them before, it is what it is. But it'd be kind of that'd be a storybook moment for sure.
wow. Okay, okay. So it's not like bad blood. It's just kind of like,
No, I don't think there's any bad blood at all, but it could be a fun little storyline, I think.
wow. Okay, interesting to know. That's good to know.
He was
And
actually a forward or something like that, maybe a midfielder for them. And then we were looking for a defender. He showed up, filled in the role, and now he's our number one defender.
oh
So
wow. Okay, that's a drastic position change, is it not? From forward
yeah,
to defender.
absolutely it is.
But he's happy being a defender. No problem.
Yeah, I think I think so. The rest of the team were like I've played in indoor five-a-side soccer with two of my other teammates for years. You know, we've won in real life five-a-side leagues
Oh, awesome.
together.
Oh shit.
So like I think he came in and he I think he was just a fan of the just the mentality, the pass first mentality, and just the camaraderie, if you will, with the team.
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. So I'm assuming from what you're telling me, your guys' chemistry is pretty good.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I would say we've had trouble finding scrims while we've all been online. So I think the one thing we are worried about is that we've just been like just owning in ranked. We're on like a 35 game win streak in ranked in the
Knock
league.
on wood. Knock
So,
on wood.
but it's like, but I'm hoping that this is going to be a whole different type of play. But then it's like I'm hoping we're ready for it, because we
Right.
haven't really been able to face what I find to be like good competition.
Okay, okay. Hopefully you're able to get that through this league. I hope we're able
Yeah, absolutely.
to provide that to you guys. What is I'm just gonna get into like more personal questions now. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
what does life look like outside of the gaming? I know you already mentioned that you do
Um.
IRL soccer.
Yeah. Yeah. For the last like year and a half, I've been a full-time streamer, but the game that I streamed died, so we're kind of like we're trying to shift the rematch, or just gonna go be a regular human being. But my like I said, part of I recently had stopped playing IRL soccer just because I'm getting older or whatever. So I still occasionally play. I played last week, but I'm not really focused on it.
Understandable.
Uh, so yeah, I've just been, you know.
What was that game that you were
It was
full
called
time
Dark and
streaming?
Darker.
Dark and
Dark and
Darker. I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, so I was one of the more prevalent streamers in that game for
Okay.
quite some time. But
Okay.
it's over. So we've been trying to make the switch over.
I see. I see. Okay, okay, no problem, no problem. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So why rematch? Out of all games, FIFA, you got COD, you got any other battle
Yeah.
royale out there. Why did you and your team choose rematch?
Um, from like the first like YouTube shorts I saw of Rematch, I just felt like it could be a game for me. Just for one, like, you know, when I was first indoor soccer was like my getaway from streaming for a while. So that and like the whole, that whole thing was kind of cool. So then I was like, maybe I could kind of combine the two. And then just I don't know. I feel like I just felt like a lot of the scene is probably like gamers, but do they really play soccer like that?
Right,
So I
right.
thought I could kind of bring that you know what I mean, some of the actual like soccer knowledge to the game that maybe some people were just going to be a little bit more reliant on their mechanical skills.
I like that. I like that. And what exactly drew you to competitive gaming specifically? Have you always
Mm,
been a competitive gamer?
I would say when I was young, nothing mattered to me more than being better than people at video games. That was like, you know, Halo 2, Halo 3, stuff like that. I've always been, I would say, an above average gamer. And then in my later years, I would say probably like when I was like maybe like 6 years ago, I started to really not care about the competitive side of gaming and I focused more on streaming. But then I don't know, it just called me. We like I said, we were like it just feels like we're the best. So we might as well try to be the best.
Yeah, of course, of course. If you guys are on a streak, why not, keep that going? Especially if you guys
Yeah,
are
exactly.
got really great chemistry.
Yeah.
And you have a favorite position? I know you said you're a striker, but do you have like
Yeah, I'm basically the dedicated forward. I'd say
okay.
we run a bit of like we switch between like a 1-2-1 and a 2-1-1, and I'm usually that top guy. Obviously, sometimes I'll drop back and be the third option, but it's just like we try to play in the flow. But
Right.
as a whole, I'm looking to be the guy who's giving somebody an option. I actually kind of play the role a little differently. I look to play like the pivot role, where I'm looking to receive a pass, play it out wide. I'm just trying to like. A lot of times, I'm really trying to slow the play down, give everybody opportunity to get where we want them.
Oh, you're trying to play like a false nine, huh?
Exactly, exactly. I play
Uh,
that role a lot.
okay, okay. I like that. How do you and your club prepare for upcoming tournaments? How did you guys specifically prepare for this upcoming tournament actually?
Well, we just been trying to get practice in. We had some scrims yesterday, but we were missing two of our players, so maybe that was 2 days ago. But so we have 8 members, but I would say our starting five is when we're missing one of them, it feels bad, you know.
Yeah, of
And we were
course.
missing two, so we did pretty well. I think there's a chance that maybe I don't know if Team Rush is in here. We were scrimming against them. We were about even with two of our bench players playing, so feels like if they're in here, we're excited to play them and show them our real potential.
Of course, of
But
course.
so we were trying to scrim, but we really just slammed probably like 4 hours of ranked the last 2 nights, and just like I said, we've been on a bit of a rampage, hoping that it. But what we're expecting everyone to be better though.
That's good. That's a good mindset going into it actually. It's a good mindset.
Yeah.
How it sounds like you're pretty confident, but I'm gonna ask you again, how confident are you at the moment with you and your club's ability to do well in this upcoming tournament?
Um, I would say we're really confident. We've been watching some of the other tournaments. We've been watching, the EU League and whatnot, and we feel like we can compete. Um, our goalie, I tend to think the goalie's the most important player out there, and he's the newest to the game. But he was an elite player in Dark and Darker, and I think if there's a position that being an elite gamer helps with more than anything, it's probably goalie. So he's gotten better every day. Um,
Perfect.
I will say if we don't make it deep into the tournament, we'll be disappointed for sure.
No, yeah, definitely, definitely. I'm excited to see you guys play though. It sounds like you guys got a good roster in your hands, a good squad.
I appreciate it. I'm excited to play. I'm excited to get out there and just test ourselves against some other people who are taking the game pretty seriously.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. And do you have like a favorite stadium or the AR stadiums? One of any map and rematch that you prefer playing on?
Probably the outer space one.
Really? Outer, that's mine
Probably the
too.
outer. Yeah, that one's pretty fly. I'm definitely a fan of that one.
Oh yeah, I'm glad they added that one in. That one's really getting a lot of attention.
Yeah, the first time we tried it, we were all getting distracted by the planet on the other side. But good, man.
And then I'm just gonna ask a few more questions here. Your jersey number? What number do you usually rep on the back of your jersey?
8. I was a big
Hey.
Kobe Bryant fan growing up, back
Oh,
when Kobe
okay.
was 8. So
Okay, okay. I can respect that. I can respect that. All right. And your current rank at the moment? If you don't
elite.
mind me asking. Elite. Oh, very nice. Thank you, thank you. And I know we already went over this life outside of the game a bit. Um, would you say that rematch kind of brought like a breath of fresh air? I know like there haven't been a lot of games coming out recently. For me personally, when rematch came out, I couldn't wait for it to fully release. Dude, I was going through the betas and
Oh,
tests,
same.
fingers crossed. I was like, please, please hurry up.
Absolutely. I think, like I said, Dark and Darker died recently. Well, at least it's on its last breath, and it
Yeah,
got to the point where, for me, where I couldn't play the game anymore. So I was looking for anything. I had a couple games that were like filler games that got me here, but from the moment that this game has released, I haven't played a different game. Just been grinding, and yeah, I think I wish the release went a little bit more smoothly. But what I've been telling people is that I'm happy that every day we wake up to a new hot fix because at least they're trying. And for this first month, I think trying is good enough for me when it comes to some of the crashing issues and some of the network issues. I think as long as they're trying, it'll get better.
I couldn't agree more, DripGravy. I could not agree more. Well, that's about all the questions I have for you today. Thank you so much for doing this interview with me. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day, man.
Yeah, no problem at all, brother.